Alright, today's video we're going to talk about libido. Let me put this ring light on. First of all, we're going to cut the glare. We've got the durianrider.com hat. We're going to rock the Ray-Bans from Sean from 1 Minute Day. Sean, what are you up to, bro? Send us a DM. Oof. Oh, man, styling. Today's weight, we've got around 80.5 kg and lean. Muscular abs. That's the power of anabolics. So we've got a question today. Less bright. Can we run sunnies or not? I think we'll run the sunglasses. I'll give them a clean first. Libido. These are libido hacks. I'm age 44 and I've experimented with a lot of different compounds over the years. Personal curiosity, journalism reasons, etc. Male curiosity. So this video is going to be something, real time. If you appreciate real videos, give it a thumbs up. If you want more information, go to durianrider.com. My 2 ebooks are the best out there on weight loss and fitness lifestyle tips. Nothing compares. Literally, the best weight loss book ever written is Carb the F Up. The best cycling fitness. If you want to max out your fitness as a runner or a cyclist or an MMA fighter, get a copy of my Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. Nothing compares. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could train any of the UFC fighters and get them the fittest they've ever been. 100%. Sounds arrogant, but I watch the UFC stuff and I'm like, man, really? They're getting you to do that? Like, that wanky, stupid exercise that's got to do nothing for you. Just looks cool. So I'm doing a special exercise today. Do nothing to my fighting career, but, it looks cool on Instagram. Because the trainer I'm overpaying is getting me to do it. It's crazy. Let's get this mic on. Libido. The biggest factor for libido. This goes for men and women, a lot of these topics here. The biggest factor, if you want to increase your libido, this comes from the durianrider.com group. How to increase libido, early nights. I've used steroids. When I mean steroids, I mean real anabolic steroids. Prescription steroids. Prescription testosterone. Prescription Anavar. Prescription Anadrol. Real stuff. So I know it's working. So you can feel it. If you're using real testosterone, you'll feel it within... Once you inject it, intramuscular, sling pin delt, I feel it within around a minute. You just feel it coursing through your system. You can feel it. Fake stuff, you don't feel it. It's just you feel crap or whatever. Anavar, 10 minutes I'm feeling Anavar kicking in. Anadrol, 10 minutes real Anadrol kicking in. So these things, they're definitely libido enhancers. But in terms of that's really another topic, because I know most people don't want to use anabolics. I'm not recommending you should. But these are natural ways to make your libido off the charts, which can be really good, also really bad. Because if you're in a relationship and you don't have matching libidos, and all of a sudden you're hacking your libido and it's through the roof, but your partner's not matching it, it's going to cause problems, man. If you've got a wife who's got a really high libido and you don't have that, she's going to go to that work party and she's going to be getting slammed by Chad from next apartment. He's just especially if he's ovulating, had a few drinks, it's just going to happen. He's got game, it's just going to happen, right? It's hormones. So especially if you're insecure about Chad or whatever. So these are good things, good hacks for men and women. The main one is early nights. I shouldn't say early nights. I should say normal human sleep patterns. We're designed to go to bed with the sun, which in equatorial areas, what we're biologically designed for, tropics, sunshine, warmth, paradise, it's around 7, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. at the latest. If you're going to bed past 9 p.m., you are impacting your libido, 100%. And you can disagree with me, but you're still going to be wrong. That's just how it is. You're going to increase, by going to bed earlier, you're going to increase, there's been heaps of studies done on this and blah, 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 but I'm going to use just real language here. I'm not going to go off on the tangent with some jargon or whatever. I'm going to tell you there's a spider in the air there. Just simple stuff. You go to bed earlier, you're going to increase your sensitivity, on your pussy if you're a chick, and on your dong if you're a guy. All right, you just got to increase that sensitivity. And when you increase the sensitivity, guess what happens? The libido goes up. If you can't feel nothing downstairs, you're like, what's the point of doing this? It's like getting a hand massage, and you can't feel it. Imagine that. Imagine taking some tramadol or something and getting a hand massage. You're like, are you doing anything down there? Like, what's going on? So the more sensation you have, the better it feels, the higher libido goes. Sensitivity. And so going to bed earlier increases that sensitivity because you have more nerve energy. Right? You ever stayed up for days on end or a day on, you just like can't really feel much. It's just like, oh, you feel scattered. You just like blah. So you get micro doses of blah when you go to bed late. Especially now we have our mobile phones, our screen time, blue light, etc. So just try that. If you want to get off the charts libido for you, for your genetics, go to bed 8-9 p.m. Try that for a month, and bam, that's gonna be. It could be really, really dangerous. Because you could get pregnant, you get someone pregnant, you could have it goes full on. It's going to boost your libido out of sight for you. Next one on the chop is, again, I'll get unsubscribers from this one. Definitely people I'm subscribing. They're hovering over the button now. Oh, unsubscribe, getting ready for it. Caffeine kills libido, especially in men. It crushes your penile sensitivity. Do it. Go for like a month without any caffeine or any chocolate. Theobromine, it's another neurotoxin. And watch your sensitivity go right up. Just watch it go up. You'll be in the wind and get some wind on your banana, and you'll be like, oh, geez, that's how sensitive you can get. Just turning into the wind can be a pleasurable experience. That's the level of sensitivity I'm talking about, that I experience. All right, so, and that just that increases. And then when you're with a woman and she sees you getting super turned on, super sensitive, it's like, yeah, I'm doing a good job. And then the woman feels even sexier. And then it just carries on. Then that bond is just again, these are very, very dangerous techniques, and they can get you into a lot of trouble, because a woman feels extra attracted to you because she goes, wow, my boyfriend doesn't get that hard. Gee, damn, And so she feels extra special. So you can get some serious trouble here. So be very, very careful. So caffeine decreases penile sensitivity, and in women as well. A report, but as a guy, I can definitely vouch for that. I've done experiences with even just a little as 30 milligram a day can decrease your penile sensitivity, which will decrease your enjoyment and just the vibes down. It's like if you're giving someone a shoulder massage, then it's this is you feel good. Like, I'm really helping this person. If you're giving someone a shoulder massage, they're just like, oh yeah, when is this going to be over? Picking the nose, picking a winner. You're like, what am I even doing here? So that's the deal. So late nights, caffeine, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And so that's a big one. The next biggest one for boosting your libido is eating a low-fat diet. This is always talk, you got to have fats, you got to have essential fats and fats and fats and fats, and Joe Rogan says fats. But all these guys are on steroids, injecting daily for years and years and years, and they're on a fatty diet, and they're still fat, fattish. It's like if a low-fat diet impacted libido, then why is America, having such sexual dysfunction issues? Why are Cialis and Viagra sales through the roof more than ever before? You got guys who are 18, 20 taking that stuff like all the time, like they rely on it. Now that can be a bit psychosomatic, and I encourage people to try these things out just so you have an experience, and then we can do some natural alternatives. Early nights, no caffeine, increase the carbohydrate intake, decrease the fat. And you go, wow, this is working literally as good as Cialis, literally working as good as Viagra, without any sides or any extra expense. And I feel really, really good all over. And I can say, because I've done all these things, I can speak from experience. I read a study done at the University of Oxford, and it's like, who funded that? Where's the bias? Where's the confirmation? It's just, these are real world stuff. And I talk with so many guys out there as well. So this is real-time experience here, talking about this. So you increase your carbohydrate. One of my favorite carbohydrate for increasing libido is fresh fruit breakfasts, fresh fruit lunch. There's something, and okay, so me and Natasha on this jackfruit tree in my friend's farm, and it could smell it. You could smell this jackfruit, and we popped that jackfruit, we ate it, and then about 20 minutes later, Natasha was just like bam, like she was triple ovulating. And because I've had a vasectomy, it was just like 3 rounds in like 20 minutes, just going for it, just shaking that jackfruit tree. Being in mind, though, jackfruit's going to fall on our heads, so it's just, there's something in that tree ripened fruit. And I said to my friend Clint, I said, man, this fruit, dude, this is dangerous stuff, man. It was like 3 rounds in like 20-30 minutes, just bam, just hitting it, bam. Natasha, I think she went twice. It's just, maybe she went 3 times. It was, within a real quick succession. It was a really strong, intense, momentary, spontaneous situation there, inspired by that jackfruit. Right, just nature's way of saying, boom, make some babies under this tree. Here's some fruit. Get to it. And because I've had a vasectomy, there was no pull out, there was no restriction. It was just fucking boom, triple jab. It wasn't a double jab, it was a triple jab. Vasectomy's where it's at, guys. Yeah. So just stuff like that. So I can speak from those personal experiences. Wow, that was crazy. That was definitely OnlyFans material. So fruit, and then for dinner, white rice, like sushi. I find sushi rice, the fat grain sushi rice, as much as you want, there's an X factor in that. Next day, morning wood, extra strong, just like the girth, the blood engorgement, in the phallus. It's just boom. Again, these techniques can get you in trouble, man. They can get you in trouble. You will increase, like, the amount of pregnancies I've seen over the years. People have messaged me, oh, it's okay, like, my partner's not, she's infertile, or I'm infertile, I don't need a vasectomy, and then a few months on my protocol, or a month on my protocol, bang, someone's preggo. And I'm like, dude, I told you so. So be really careful with this information. This is dangerous information. What else can we talk about? Medications. A lot of medications. Let's talk about anti-libido stuff. A lot of medications out there that block cholesterol, or blood pressure medications, or beta blockers, or SSRIs. These things can really inhibit male and female sexual function. So be wary, if you're on these medications, the side effects can be impaired libido, which can be fantastic if you're just trying to focus on work and not get all razzy-dazzy. That's a blessing. I mean, this is a high libido can be a curse, because you can be trying to get some work done, and I'm just like looking over at my girl or my guy or whatever you're into, whatever, and you're just like, you can't focus until you wham bam, thank you ma'am, and then you get back to it. That's why I have that issue a lot. So often, if you do have a high libido, a good way to start the day is just get out the house, just get moving, ride your bike, go to the gym, sort of just let it flow out of you. Beat the meat, whatever you got to do, just so you can get back to work and focus, because that's going to be, it's, just choke the yolk, whatever you have to do, man, just to get that focus back on. So it can be very, very distracting, alright? Very, 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 very distracting. In terms of anabolics, if people, that's why I wouldn't recommend using anabolics, like if you've got low libido, try these three things first. The early nights, 8, 9 p.m. Cut out the caffeine, the stimulants, especially caffeine and cacao. Those two things, over 30 milligram a day, 20 milligram to some people, going to cut your penile sensitivity. It's going to kill your libido relative to you. Try the fruit breakfast, where you're feeling really light, just blood flow enhanced, low fat diet, no oil. Things are going to flow downstairs a lot better. Definitely, like oil. That's why they say don't take Viagra or Cialis with fatty food, because it inhibits blood flow. So people are eating high fat diets, and that's what they're wondering why they're not getting much going on down there. Also, if your estrogen's too low or too high, you're going to have libido issues. So if you're running AIs or whatever like that, that can really crush your penile sensitivity, your penile function. No matter how much, Cialis, etc. you're taking, if your estrogen's too high, it's not really going to work too well. All right? So, but then again, I don't recommend using AIs. Personally, for me, I find if your estrogen's a bit high, eating low-fat diet, a bit of cardio, within the day is just going to drop it right back down. That's my personal experience. Running up to 750 milligrams a week of prescription test with no AIs, no face bloat, no worries. So, again, people out there love their fat too much, and then they've got to take an AI because a lot of stuff's aromatizing, excess estrogen, and then they're like, got all this extra water gain, etc., or penile issues. But it's better to have more estrogen than not enough in terms of libido, sexual function, 100%. Muscle anabolism, it's better to have more estrogen than not enough. So that's about it in terms of those ones. And then you have your other compounds. Again, not recommending these things, but they can also enhance it, like Winstrol is a crazy libido one, Proviron for some people, D-bol for me was like next level, Anadrol was like, damn, that's really going to get in trouble. Things like that. But the maca powder, very, very effective for like a 30-minute window. Get a spike there, again, can get into trouble. Maca powder, that's like from a root, from a root, for the root, pun intended. But yeah, the triple hitter is the stack, the nuke stack, early nights, 8, 9 p.m. That's like, if I could say one thing, that's the thing. That's the foundation, that sleep, that nerve energy regeneration. Next up's going to be avoiding the stimulants, the caffeine, because they can also affect your nerve energy. Increase your cortisol too much. Yeah, high cortisol will decrease sensitivity. And that fruit breakfast, fruit lunch, I call it the Raw Till 4 lifestyle. We've got an ebook about that. Check out my nutrition book. It's called Carb the F Up. durianrider.com. Those things, man, it's going to be off the charts for you. So I wouldn't recommend using anabolics. So many people, they're doing a low carb diet. They're using a lot of caffeine or pre-workout. They're going to bed late. And they're like, I need TR2 because my libido sucks. And it's like, dude, no, because why introduce something for one little thing that you can change with diet and lifestyle? It's just dumb. It's stupid in my opinion. Now, if you want to get swole, then yeah, anabolics is what Trent X and Greg Douchet and Matt Does Fitness and Elliot Holtz and Twin Muscle Workout, they've all used and abused anabolics to get in that physique, the rock, etc. I get it. That's a separate thing. We're talking anabolic effects here. We're not talking libido. Taking anabolics for libido, in my experience, is a bit dumb unless you've got you've lost a nut or something like that, or you've had some sort of injury, then yeah. But otherwise, man, going to bed late, caffeine, low carb diets, too much fat, and you picked in blood flow, it's just dumb. What are you doing? High cortisol from not enough sugar. Sugar lowers cortisol. Fruit is full of sugar. Ideally, if it is, lowers cortisol. White rice lowers cortisol. When your cortisol's lower, you're just a bit more things working better, more sensitivity. When your cortisol is high, you're sort of numb. You're a bit numbed out. That's like flight or fight. You're a bit more numbed out. When you got lower cortisol, from your carbohydrate nutrition, then sensitivity goes up. You can sort of sleep better because your serotonins go up, your dopamine's going up. And you're just you're in the mood. So most of these things as well go for women. Another thing we'll close out on, if the woman's on the contraceptive pill or hormonal IUD, that's going to suppress her testosterone. So it's a bit like a guy switching off his testosterone, maybe using trenbolone acetate or maybe Deca and getting Decadong or Trendong, just chemically castrating because you're switching off your testosterone production. And in women, a lot of women on the contraceptive pill, not all but many, their testosterone switched off, libido's tanked, they're getting dry, so relationships starting to blah, 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 and it's just what's the point? Guys, get a vasectomy, get your girl off those hormones, those steroids, get your girl off the steroids, man. Unless she needs it because she's got no ovaries, then yeah. But she's a functioning woman, get her off, don't let her use that stuff, have some respect for her, get a vasectomy, it'll be the best sex ever. It's just, good sex, good life, simple as that. So that's what I recommend. Again, I'll lose subscribers to this information, but this information is people out there who appreciate the truth, the objective truth, all right? Not just my opinion, but the objective truth. You put these things to practice, you're going to get experiences, positive experiences. And if you ignore them, you'll keep getting more negative experiences. There's other things as well that affect libido, but these are the main ones. Early nights, avoid the stims, caffeine, etc., and high carb, low fat, vegan diet, etc. And going to bed early is just I can't stress enough, right? That is going to be the huge game changer for increasing your nerve energy.